Hey guys, good day and happy new year. My name is Lily and I'm here to talk to you about your child. Now, whether you're a parent of a neurodivergent child or a neurotypical child, my teachings are for you. Alright, so guys, today I'll be exposing the superpowers of autism. Alright, without further ado, let's dive in. I'll be starting with the term Asperger's. Asperger's is the mildest form of autism. It is also known as autism. Some companies only employ this set of people. Now, they employ these people because these people do the job better. What job do these people do better? They do the software job, the data analytical job, the ICT job, the clouding job, and so on. However, 1% of the population out of 100 is on the autism spectrum. Most of your renowned tech gurus and celebrities you see on TV are on the autism spectrum. Yes. Of course, one of the challenges of autistic people is that they find it difficult to interact, communicate and socialize with other people, and this is why they find it hard to enter the ordinary job marketplace. You hardly see an autistic person that is a teacher or a sales person, and this is also because they have a set of unique skills that can be taken advantage of if these skills are embraced and nurtured in the right environment. At this point, I'll be exposing the superpowers of autism, or you can as well call them the unique traits of autism. Number one, the autistic people use the left side of their brain more. As human beings, we have the two sides of our brains, the right side of the brain and the left side of the brain. The right side of the brain is associated to creativity, fun, music, dance, entertainment, and emotional processing, while the left side of the brain is associated to logical reasoning, analytical reasoning, and ability to see the tiniest detail. So the autistic people use the left side of their brain more, and this is why they find it hard to socialize or communicate with people, because the right side of the brain is what produces communication and socialization. So that part of the brain hardly works for them. The left side of the brain rather always produces that high frequency of intelligence of their life. Alright, unlike the neurotypical people always want the right side of their brain to work for them, because the right side of their brain is that happy part that produces happy mood for them. And that is why we have a lot of students who always fail exams, because you cannot write exam with the right side of your brain. Yes, or you cannot solve mathematics or reason situations with the right side of your brain. You rather do that with the left side of your brain. 2. English grammar isn't their thing. The autistic people don't really find it easy to learn the English grammar. It's not that they don't understand. Of course, as therapy goes on, they tend to understand the English grammar. But when it comes to spoken English, it's usually difficult for them. The reason is because they are more interested in deeper and in logical things. I know of autistic children who prefer numbers to letters. They prefer solving puzzles to reciting the English phonics. 3. Passion and interest, it's their thing. These people are highly passionate people and overly interested people when it comes to their work. Now, because they are passionate and so interested in their work, they tend to do that work excellently well. Let me give you an example. When an idea or an activity is being introduced to an autistic child, over time, when that child gets so overly interested and attached to the activity, transitioning into another activity will now become a problem for that child. Not just the child, but also the therapist. Why? Because the child is now so comfortable and overly interested in that activity, and it now becomes a huge problem for the therapist. The therapist will now start thinking on how she can come up with new strategies for transitioning into another activity. Unlike the neurotypical people always have low interest for new ideas or things. Why? Because they feel, I already know this thing. I don't need to put my best into it. Is it not this thing we were taught last time? I know it. You see? 4. These people don't worry about tomorrow. This is my best point. Like, these people, they live in the present. They don't worry about tomorrow. They don't worry about what they will wear tomorrow. They don't worry about the money they will, have tomorrow, or the investment they want to venture in tomorrow. Unlike the neurotypical people like you and I, we're always thinking on the food we eat tomorrow. We're always thinking on that goal for the year, for next year we want to achieve. Or we're always thinking about that cloth or that fashion we want to give for that occasion. The neurodivergent people, the autistic people, are not like that. They live in the present. They live in the now. They enjoy the now. Finally, these people create their own environment. Yes. They create their own space. Have you seen where these people, where they party, where they, come together to celebrate their Thanksgiving or their Christmas? As they are singing, dancing, and partying, they are at the same time with their gadgets. Guess what? As they are singing, partying, dancing, they are, they are playing games with their gadgets. This is how these people operate. They just like their environment and their space. Okay, I said finally, right? Another one is they have this natural ability to see the tiniest detail. Yes, what a neurotypical person cannot see is what the autistic person will identify, see, and point for you. Let me give you an example. It's actually a story. There was a day I was with an autistic child. He's together with his sibling. So I now told the sibling that is a neurotypical, that is the neurotypical person. I was like, please, Chidera, can you get me that match on the floor? Now, this match was in the midst of other things on the floor. There was bag on the floor, there was shoe on the floor, there was just the ground or the floor was crowded. So she went there. She was looking around to see if she can get the matchstick. She couldn't get the matchstick. She needed time to look for the matchstick. And I now said, Chisom, please, can you get me the matchstick? Now, Chisom is a neurodivergent child that is autistic. Chisom, can you please get me that matchstick on the floor? Chisom just went directly to the matchstick, picked the matchstick and brought it to me. Now, can you now see that it's the neurotypical child needed time to look for that matchstick, while the neurodivergent child don't even need any seconds to look for the matchstick. So we can now see their different, abilities, right? So this is how the neurodivergent child operates. Their skill is just so high. Okay, their skill, their traits is their superpower. It's their strength, and that is why you need to pay attention to their strengths and forget about the other aspect of their lives, please. Remember, I said they have a set of unique skills that can be taken advantage of in the society or in the environment, in any environment, if these skills are nurtured and are embraced. Thank you.